What is going on, everybody? We are back with the finals of the Family Ties Call of Duty Black Ops 6 LAN. And we have two very good teams that we've seen play yesterday in that long, grueling 13-hour stream. We watched. Uh, sorry about that. In that very grueling 13-hour stream, we watched our teams battle it out in pool play. We had to reformat to a best of one. So those pool play records are also the map records for pool play. Those map records are the map records in the bracket play for both of these teams. So both of these teams relatively evenly matched when it comes to bracket play. That one loss for Verdansk Finest actually coming to Dorks of the Deep in that winners bracket. They get knocked down to losers. They fight their way all the way back to the grand finals. And I mean, I think we're gonna have a pretty even matchup today. Both of these teams, pretty solid, if you ask me. So let's go ahead and take a look at the map set. All right, and the map set for these grand finals is gonna be Skyline Hardpoint, Hacienda Search and Destroy, Protocol Control, another Hardpoint on Hacienda, and to finish it all off, a Protocol Search and Destroy. This is the first of a two-set, or well, it could be a two-set grand finals. Again, Dorks of the Deep coming from the winners bracket, and the Verdansk Finest coming from the losers bracket. So both of those teams going to so that team, I'm sorry, I am getting everything mixed up, but Verdansk Finest gonna need to get a bracket reset here, and so if that happens, the teams are gonna go to a veto, or go to do another veto, and we'll see what the second set will be. So they haven't decided the second map set yet, but it looks like we are finally loading in to the first hardpoint here. But yeah, so if Verdansk Finest do end up winning this series, they will go to a bracket reset for that second best of 5. And it looks like we do have some technical difficulties. So they're going to go ahead and restart that here. But we're going to have to look at the subs to pick it up here. Oh, and there are some gamertag switches in the lobby as well. I should go ahead and mention that. Similar to yesterday, we wanted the players to have all PCs for this finals. So Han is going to be on Tutan's account, and let's see. Wait. Yeah, Han is going to be on Tutan's account, and then Big Tink is going to be on Parker's account. And it looks like they just switched sides, so now all of my overlays are incorrect. So that's fantastic. Let me go ahead and fix that. So we'll just flip them here. And they're probably going to flip every map, so it might be hard to know up top who's winning the series. I might just have to hide the in-game overlay, because the in-game overlay correlates with this map overlay. I'm going to have to fix that in the future, just because the home team is not always on the left side in-game. But let's go ahead and switch this over. I'm going to have to flip these around as well. So on the left, you're going to have Verdansk Finest. On the right, you're going to have the Dorks of the Deep. Let's go ahead and get those switched over. I do apologize. They switched on me last second. I had it ready. And luckily, these teams are first and last in alphabetical order, so it's kind of easy to find their overlays. But all right, now the teams are correct. Hopping on with G2 to begin this. And actually Fatty with a 4-1 start. Starting off hot on this Skyline with the AR. And that's exactly what you need on a Skyline, is for your ARs to pop off. Let me actually make sure that we get some game audio here. I do apologize. I'm not sure why the game audio is not working. Alright, finally. But it looks like right now the P2 spawns are going in favor of Verdansk Finest. Verdansk Finest trying to win this event. Janzi back hill. He wanted this finals. Sharks, he wanted this finals authorized. They feel like they haven't got the chance to get this far in a tournament, and so they want to get a chance to do that here today and prove that they can win. And right now, 42-13 lead, 30-point lead for the side of the Dorks of the Deep. Starting to hold down some solid time on this P2, separate themselves from Verdansk Finest. Again, Dorks of the Deep only need one series win here, and so it gets dangerous for them when it comes to losing a map here. Every map is very dangerous. Only one best of 5, no second chances like the Dorks of the Deep have for Verdansk Finest. And right now, if we're hopping on board with Han, 0-6 start, and he is on a PC, could be a little bit due to the uncomfortability of that. Possibly not feeling at home necessarily on the setup that he's playing at. So maybe once he gets a little bit more comfortable, he'll start to pop off and help his team out. Now, time coming on this P3. They don't have the preferred spawns though, due to Verdansk Finest. Verdansk Finest gonna have to fight from this what is it called, fireplace side of the map, but actually the spawns flip in a really weird manner, to be honest. I don't know if I missed it. Somebody might have slipped through, got towards the back, but now number 4, he's going to have a task ahead of him. 0-7 right now, but he needs to get his first few kills of the game right here. They need this kill right here to get the spawns, but he does lose it. And 0-8 start for Han. He's Goose in these finals. Still a close game. He has a chance to make up for it. Authorized. What can he do? He's been popping off. We know that he can carry the team on his back if he needs to, but he has to prove it here in this grand finals against a very solid Dorks of the Deep team. And right now, it's been a very even affair for the Dorks of the Deep. El Durbo, you know, he's got a minute in the time, but you can't hate on KD too much. He is that point man for the side of the Dorks of the Deep. We're going to hop on board with him, see what he can do to try and break into this one. Right now, it's going to be the first for the side of the game. And about a 40-point deficit going from that P2 to P3 hill. It's going to turn right back into solid hold for the side of Verdansk Finest, bringing them right back into this game. But now, headed back towards the P1, it's going to be about a 15 to 20 point lead for the side of the Dorks of the Deep, unless Verdansk Finest break in. They get this final 10, but no, about a 14 point lead is going to be. I don't know. Everybody breaks in right at the last second, pushing for 2 seconds of the hill. I expect people to rotate. They decide not to. But anyways, back into this P1. And now back at a tie game. Are these two teams very even match? And that's just what you'll get in a grand final. Both of these teams worked hard to get here. What's authorized fine. Coming through this bottom P2 side, he's actually going to elect to go rotate over and pick up the kitchen side of the map. And it's a great read because he finds G2 trying to sneak on by, trying to get those spawns for the side of the Dorks of the Deep, but he can't get through. And now this solid hold on P1 can be parlayed by Verdansk Finest into this P2 hold as well, as long as they keep their P's and Q's sealed, but it doesn't look like they will, because number 8, El Durbo, he's 4-12, but make it 6-12 because he's hitting the pinch. He's trying to flip his team back out, but it actually doesn't work. He doesn't push deep enough into the spawn and actually flip those players from Verdansk Finest out. So they're going to keep those close spawns. A few of them are going to get splits with the rest of their team. And now it's a race to hill on this P2. Nobody with a clean setup. It's going to come down to a couple of trades here. Fatty's going to elect to try to push out the bag, but he gets taken out by Janzi. Janzi around a 1 KD so far. You want him to kind of step it up, you know. That's around the performance you're going to expect from him, but in a grand final, you don't want what's expected. You want more from a player like Janzy. So let's see what he can do as we get through this series. Fatty sliding, getting the kill on that platform. A little bit of simple jump control again here for the side of the Dorks of the Deep. It seems like when they hold, they have cleaner holds, but somehow Verdansk Finest just finds a way to claw their way back into this game every so often. And now, really weird, we're going to have to maybe go to the third rotation to try and see if there's going to be some separation between these teams. As I say that, though, it is Verdansk Finest set up to maybe get some time on the T3. They do have the grab spawn, but one player does die in the bedroom. That's number one. He does spawn in the back, though, and I know I came away from those gunfights on time, maybe a little too early, but I thought that the side of Dorks of the Deep, maybe we're going to send one or two for an important gunfight towards that back spawn. They elect to just bang time. Does go in their favor, though, because now they have control of this whole right side of the map, and now it's all up to number one to just play his life in this back spawn. His teammate's going to spawn out, and now a big play from the Dorks of the Deep to just like pressure that front side and try to control the game with their gunfights. They just want to chow, they want to put the pressure on, and they want to let Verdansk Finest know that they have the better gun skill. They've been moving up, and they're ready to shoot today. Fatty with a big gunfight through the backside. He's gonna find it. 26 and 15 so far on this map. And Fatty having a very impressive tournament, but a very impressive final so far. What can Authorize do? Hitting through this left side and trying to answer back. His teammates gonna break through the front here. Very weirdly, both teams able to break through in unconventional ways. Just by two gunfights that maybe they shouldn't have. But finally, they clear that guy out in the back. El Durbo, it says El Durbo. I'm not sure exactly who it was. I think it was El Durbo. Played his life for a very long time. I'm just going to keep highlighting it. El Durbo, stat line. Maybe a little rough, but 209 in hill, and then doing the dirty work, playing those spawns in situations such as that. I mean, playing his life back there for such a long time for his team really pulled the attention of the opponents towards the back of the spawn and kind of kept them distracted long enough for his team to get out of their spawn and not get punished for spawning out so far. So, about a 30-point lead, heading into the third rotation. If you are Verdansk Finest, you know you have to come out hot and try to get a 3-0 in this first series and try to get that bracket reset quick, because if you do have a Grueler, a lot of times it does win towards that winner's bracket. And now, who is it? It's, who's on Parker's account. Why am I forgetting? Somebody in the chat, let me know who's on Parker's account. I just completely forgot. But he's 30 and 19. He's popping off. And actually, maybe we could do a listen in and we could figure that out. Well, why don't we do a listen in here with the Dorks of the Deep and try to see how they can come back into this game and try to get the W. That was a passionate listening, but let's up on board with Verdansk Finest and see how they try to close this game out.
Wait side.
I'm watching it.
Throwing a trophy on time.
Weak two,
there,
one
fire.
1v1 and one way.
Two fire. Make sure we get these spawns. We win here though too.
Fire one, fire one.
One more back grass, one more back
Fire
grass.
hitting now, fire hitting now.
Back grass. There's 2 in time.
5 seconds.
We can just play this out. Play new. Don't push out.
Just
Push out.
Give me a trophy in the back. Give me a trophy in the back.
One
One on time. Grant's on time. Last one. Two time now. One-E in secret. One-E.
No, he got me.
God.
No.
Oh no, boys. Rolled by pushing out again. We're good. We gotta kill. We can get in this. Oh, we can't.
Hot tub.
Up dead.
Just one top flat.
There's.
And there's gonna be some trash. Oh my gosh. There is some loud. And very loud trash talk in my ears. I apologize, stream. Wow. Very heated exchange between the teams. Oh man. Maybe should have stayed in one of the voice calls. I didn't know which team to join at the end. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe the ending to that map. The map 1 winners gonna be the Dorks of the Deep. 250 to 245 gonna be the final score. And I do feel bad for joining near the end with those listen-ins. But man, I kind of wish you guys could have heard what was being said just now. But I'm very glad that that you guys didn't, because there was definitely some less than reputable. I don't even know how to even say it. What? Some bad words. There was bad words. They were saying bad words to each other, guys. They're being very mean and angry with each other. These guys are not friends. And so, Dorks of the Deep with a very close victory. You're hoping there that Verdansk Finest can close it out, but not able to there. Let me go ahead and fix the series score here. It's going to be 1-0 to the side of the Dorks of the Deep. And, I mean, what a crazy map. I don't even know, hopefully I didn't switch the scenes before it showed the stats. I didn't, did I? If I did, then I'm sorry, but we'll be able to see at least. You can always see, like, right before the game ends what everybody's stats are anyway, so we'll be able to get it that way. However, I probably should have paid attention to that. That's something that usually slips my mind. But man, what a map 1. Hopefully, these finals continue to be this interesting, because that was a crazy one. And yes, I do apologize. I did know that it was Big Team that was on the side of not on the side of Verdansk Finest, of the Dorks of the Deep. I don't know why I forgot that during the map, but actually we're gonna have to switch the overlays around again. Let me make sure I go ahead and do that. because they did go ahead and switch sides in game. So I just want to keep everything accurate, and I'll switch in game. When we get in there, I don't want it to be confusing. I just want the series score to look correct up at the top while we're in game. And Durbo is in the chat, letting the other team have it. And I mean, a very heated exchange between the teams. And I'm just going to leave you guys with some music until we get this next map started. Alright, getting back into it. Let's make sure that the teams are correct. It is going to be the Dorks of the Deep on the left, Verdansk Finest on the right. This first round very quick towards the B side of the map. If you are the Dorks of the Deep. And big read on the pinch for Fatty. He's going to win the gunfight as well. And a big two-piece as well. 2v1 now for the Dorks of the Deep. It's going to be G2. It's going to be Fatty against Han. And so, what can Han find? Rough start to the last map. What can these players find? They're on this, and I should go ahead and hop on with Han. I don't know why. I didn't do that already. Gonna follow him in this 1v2. See what he can do. Checking all of his corners. Dotting his I's. Crossing his P's and his Q's. But, I mean, maybe just giving up the round. Doesn't believe he can win it. Not sure exactly the play. He just saw one. Spotted him a little too late. And, I mean, it's just not going to work out when you play that slow. Need a little more speed. I mean, you have the same result if you just sprint at them there, or if you do what you just did and play very slow. Fatty though, 3-0, great map 1, great start to the map 2. But again, when you're in that 1v2 situation, they have the bomb down. You just gotta play it fast. If you die, you die. But I mean, then again, you died anyways, playing it slow, playing it too timid, and you had no chance. You gave yourself no chance in the round there to win that one. Does Han. So, gonna look at him to step it up if the side of Verdansk Finest is gonna be able to get the W here. If they want to extend it to the second best of 5. First blood, though, very quickly does go to Verdansk Finest. And that's huge for them. They have a B setup. They can get this bomb down now as long as Sharks doesn't get his toes shot through that slit in the wall. And I don't think anybody was on that side of the map there to go ahead and get that kill. So a 3v2 bomb down. It does look like first gunfight getting into the 3v2 area. It does happen to go towards the side of the Dorks of the Deep. Authorized and Sharks vying for the final 2. And a 1-1 start. Both of these teams evenly matched in both the Search and Destroy and the Map 1 Hardpoint. That Map 1 Hardpoint, very mixy. It seemed like most of the map, Dorks of the Deep felt in control of it, but Verdansk Finest didn't go down without a fight near the end. They take the lead, but somehow they choke that final setup. And I do think playing timid there in that last 30 seconds of the game, when we were in that listen-in, was part of the reason that they lost that. They did say, rotate, don't hit that out, don't try. And I think them turtling and them waiting for the players to take map position and take map control is what lost them at the end of that game. Because as soon as they lost all the gunfights, you see they spawned out and had to break it from the other side. Only 12 seconds to do so. They just weren't able to. So, Still talking about the map 1. There is things going on in the map 2. A pinch from the side of the Dorks. They do get snuffed out, though. Now 3 of them dead. A 1v2 if you are Han once again. And this time, Han needs to play with a little more sense of urgency. And he does. He does get one spot. And now taking a route. May not have the time for this unless he can hit around and get this 2-piece very quickly. Got the first shots onto the first guy, but not able to take him out. And so, Verdansk's Finest gonna take the lead. I'm sorry, I said Verdansk's Finest. Dorks of the Deep gonna take the lead. And the Dorks trying to continue that bracket reign of supremacy from yesterday. I mean, they were just unbelievable in the brackets. Did not lose a series. Fatty, still the kill leader in the lobby. 3 rounds in. Nobody too far from the rest, but still 4 kills. Gonna be the crown right now. What can he find? Pushing up towards this left side of the map, and actually gonna get around very quickly behind 2 of these players on the side of the Dorks. Gonna shoot too early though. Maybe a little more trigger discipline there could have helped him out, and so he's gonna lose the gunfight. And now all left up in a 1v3. It's gonna be El Durbo, if I can go ahead and switch to him. Here he is. He might get one here, and the other player spots him. Nearly a chance, but the timing doesn't work in his favor, so we go 2-2. Authorized 5-2 to start the map. Nobody goose though. I don't think, right? Yeah, nobody goose. Everybody at least putting in a modicum of effort. Big Tink had a big map 1. Can he follow it up here for the Dorks of the Deep? Parker. I said Parker. Tink. Trying to spot some guys towards this B objective. His team actually going to hit quickly through that top side of the map and hit around and take control of the spawn of the Dorks of the Deep. And now they have this full map control, and now a 1v4 if you are Sharks. He does get the first. Can he find the second? And now he makes it a 1v2, a chance in the round for Sharks to try and win this, but he gets predicted fairly easily and taken out very quickly. And I'm not sure who it was for the Dorks that found that kill. It was Tink himself. And so, again, still a close map. Has it been an offense every round? I don't think anybody's won a defense yet. I could be wrong about that. I just know that they're trading rounds. Fatty finds one through the top side, but he knows that it's going to be a quick hit towards that B site. And now G2 with the trade, a 2v3 if you are the side of Verdansk's Finest. Verdansk's Finest evens it up. Authorized with the kill. He's 7-3 to start the map. And he is the X factor for this team in that map 1. As soon as he started to heat up, that's when they brought themselves back into it. And so you expect here on this map for them to do just that for him to do that exact same thing in this series to try and bring them back into this series. And actually, it's going to be a wrap here towards the B objective. They don't know that number 4, NG2, is going to be on that deep pinch. They do spot it out, though. A good spot by Hans. Able to check that. Get that information. He is going to maybe overchow a little bit. Give up his life. And now makes it a 1v1 G2. Very possible round win. And it looks like he is going to hop it. He does. And he wins the gunfight on to Authorize. The nade not doing any damage. And so, it looks like a lead here is developing on the map 2. If you are the Dorks of the Deep, Verdansk's Finest, coming from the loser's bracket, now in danger of needing a reverse sweep if they don't take this map. And do the players on Verdansk's Finest have the grit to get a reverse sweep and then go into that second series and try to win another? So far, though, the second series can't even begin to be a thought on our mind. Because as of now, it's looking like a 2-0 lead if you are the side of the Dorks of the Deep. Coming straight towards this A objective. Some trades go down. 3v3 now. They're going to wrap. They're going to recuperate. Try to talk about what they want to do. And now, it may just be a quick B-wrap. I don't even think they thought about it. They just said, let's just wrap. They didn't wait. They didn't try to get a pick. They're just going with their gut. They think this is the right play. And so, a quick B hit it is. They are going to find the first kill on the Hans very quickly. And now, a 2v3 retake for the bomb site from Authorized from Janzi. Janzi trying to hit a deep pinch. Authorized nearly throws his life. Going to try and have to play it here. Keep the attention on him so that his teammate can try to get in position to offer him some help. But Janzi might get taken out here by the nade, and so now they know Authorized last alive 1v3. Gonna be a 5-2 lead for the Dorks of the Deep. If he's not able to do this 1v3, he knows where one is. He has to try and push this kill out and find the other. And actually, he's gonna leave that one and try to find the other first. G2 though, with the shots from the top office, gonna win it. 5-2 lead for the Dorks of the Deep. But remember, when we were in pool play, Dorks of the Deep did have a 5-2 lead in a search and destroy. Ended up choking it 6-5. And I don't remember which team that was against, to be honest. If somebody in the chat remembers, that'd be great. It might have been Poison and Co. The Pablos. The PFEs. I think that's who it was. But Dorks of the Deep in the driver's seat right now in the series and in the tournament, looking to win it. G2 with the first blood. Janzi replies with the kill on to Big Tink. Sharks try and plant the bomb. He doesn't know where these players from the other team are, and so a 2v3 setup here. It's going to be for Sharks. It's going to be for Janzi, and Sharks is just going to play in that bottom two, and Fatty rips him out of position. Janzi taken out by the streak, and that's going to be the map. Map 2 going to the side of Dorks of the Deep. 2-0 lead here in the grand finals. And wow, coming out hot. Gonna need a reverse sweep if Verdansk's Finest want to try to get the bracket reset in the series. 11-5 from Fatty, 11-4 from G2. A two-man show running things on Hacienda for the Dorks of the Deep. And so, convincing map 2 after a grueling map 1. And it's not over yet. The respawn coming up on Protocol. Gonna be a Protocol control. And I mean, while it is 2-0 in the series, the map 1 was a lot closer than that second map, than that Search and Destroy game mode. And maybe that patience, not the best thing for the side of Verdansk's Finest. So they might need that respawn. They might need those second chances to try and win some gunfights, to try and play together and try to get some map control. I mean, I'm at a loss for words to really even know how to explain it. It just seems like right now, as a team, they need some momentum going. They just need to be able to to get a 2-piece, pop a 3-piece. You know what I mean? Get hype. they that slow search and destroy game mode right after a grueling loss. Sometimes you can feel demoralized throughout that whole map, and it's hard to get your head back into it. And did the team switch sides again? I didn't even see. If they did, I guess I'll see once we get into the map. But right now, it is 2-0 for the Dorks of the Deep. And we are hopping into the protocol control. Gonna be able to do some listen-ins here. See how these teams are coming 3 maps into the series. And it does look like they stayed on the same sides. But it does look like one player did lag out from the Dorks of the Deep. So, gonna have a little delay here. Gonna be a little delay, and yeah, I wouldn't count anybody out. I've seen a lot crazier in the Family Ties COD League. I mean, reverse sweeps happen all the time in the FT COD League. And I mean, that map 1 showed that the Dorks of the Deep do bleed in the respawn game modes, and we have 2 of them coming up. If the side of Verdansk's Finest can get some momentum in these 2 respawns back to back and get us to that map 5, there's no reason they shouldn't have the momentum to take this reverse sweep and send us to a second series. So I wouldn't count them out yet. That map 2 maybe looked a little rough, but I think that the frustration from that close map 1 loss may have played a factor in that, and it does look like the teams might be switching again. Does look like there's a disagreement on which side the teams are going to be playing. And I'm just going to leave you guys with the music here for a minute until we get into this next one. It does look like we are going to stay on the same sides for the control. Authorize. Trying to hit towards that bottom side. Not going to be able to find anything, though. Durbo early trying to get set up into the spawn of the side of the of Verdansk's Finest. I apologize. But not able to find anything there either. Durbo maybe a little overzealous there. Shout out a little too far towards the backside, but a 2-piece from G2 opens up this B site. If you are the Dorks of the Deep, very quick on this offense. They want to try and get this series, this finals over with. They want this land victory. And now, There is a lot of trash talk happening between these teams. We're going to have to see how they're calming in this first round. Let's go ahead and hop on board first with the Dorks of the Deep and see how they're doing.
Shit on him. Oh my god.
I thought he was gonna get lit from there.
Two there on B.
Heard you.
Top him low A.
Big gun.
One green box. Janzy.
Dead. Lip. Lip and top trips.
Big gun.
Close on me, Sharks.
Hey,
I don't know
Deb.
what the fuck I was doing.
Authorized on A.
One lift. Sharks dead.
Two dead. Get on.
Let's
Look lip. Look lip. Come on to the point. Look lip.
He's a bullet gun. Dude, he's so lucky I was weak. A bullet gun.
Lip dead. One more in. One more in.
Oh, he shit
Oops.
on me. Cody shit on me.
Anyone get there? One outer.
Bullet.
All right, and maybe a little bit of a slow round out of the side of the Dorks of the Deep. And you gotta wonder if all of the trash talk, all of this may be causing some frustration for that camp. They didn't sound too frustrated. They did sound like they were having a hard time in the map currently, but I don't think that they sounded like they were super frazzled or in their heads. I don't think that that they're gonna just lay down and die here on this control. A defense ahead of them. They should be able to get something going here. But let's hop into a listening with Verdansk Finest now that they have some momentum going in this series and see how they're calming.
In our back, in our back, in our
I'm
back.
nading it. I'm nading
Under
it.
trips, under trips.
Our sidewalk.
Dead
Tim,
trips.
Nice.
I'm pushing
One
up
stop
on
trips
this.
now. Jumping out, chop. Jumping out trips.
I'm waiting. One grannies.
Try to get that
On their
tick if you
sidewalk.
can. We don't have that tick yet, by the way.
One big gun.
Big gun dead.
One my sidewalk.
On our
granny,
top
granny's
trips. On our
also.
top trips. Our top
Turbo,
trips.
horrible.
Yeah, he got me up top. We got a tick. We got a tick.
I'm getting on it. Art, he's hitting A, front A.
He's weak there.
I just did some scammer shit, bro.
One
Top
there
grannies
mid.
hit
One
up.
there. Two
Top
there mid.
grannies
Two
hit
there
up.
mid. Two there mid.
All right, I'm going up top.
Left,
P3.
Jake,
I'm going.
left.
Yo. I'm hitting through their bottom right now. I'm gonna kill their top.
Weak their
grandmas.
Dead. I got him. Grannies.
That's two. Hop down to A. Get to A.
Yeah, I'm trying.
One bottom
My dumb
granny.
ass
That's
can
three.
jump out
Hop
the
on A.
window.
Everyone hop on A, please.
Let's
For the
go.
love of God.
I can't jump out the window. What the fuck?
Our top. It's all good. It's all good.
Our granny.
Waited too
Our
long
P3.
Our top third.
Yeah.
And wow, a play thwarted by Hanzo. Hanzo not able to get out of the window. Why couldn't he get out of the window? What? Hanzo was not able to jump out of the window for about 30 seconds. But they may still capture A, and they do. A minute extension. And now, only a 1 life deficit if you are the side of Verdansk Finest. Maybe a chance here still in this offense. Oh my gosh. And maybe was the greatest play I've ever seen in FT history, dude. Oh my god. But 13v13 in this round. This round still belong to anybody. 2 people sneak by. That's going to be Sharks. That's going to be authorized on this B objective. And those are the 2 people you don't want on that objective. Those 2 guys. Hard gunfights to win. And they get all of the kills. 4 dead. And it's going to be the round for Verdansk Finest taking advantage And I don't think anybody can get here. Durbo with a chance, but just gonna get ripped. And despite Hanzo, Verdansk finest, you know, they pull it out. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that at this point. 16-9. Give your Sharks. Sliding around, getting kills on the time, doing it all because you know your teammate is stuck in the window. I wonder if they knew he was stuck in the window. He was raging afterwards, but an 8 streak from Sharks to end the round. And you gotta think, if you're one of those teams that lost to Verdansk finest, it's gotta be rough watching this finals knowing that you could be here. But instead, we have the legend Han. That's exactly who you want to find. It's a legend like Han. And hopefully, he can help his team bring it back here. 7-8. The first map and second map maybe struggling just a little bit. And maybe struggling just a little bit in that second round with that window. But still, nearly a 1 KD. Gonna be good at pulling his weight for his team, giving his team the support that they need. Authorizing Sharks said, just do that and we'll do the rest. Authorize getting Ghost in the spawn, running around, getting kills, being a problem. Gets another one from the back of B2. Can he find the second on to Parker? He does. Gets away with his life as well. Fatty maybe chasing, but gonna elect not to. Probably the smart decision from Fatty. And so, Janzi trying to hit through the backside. Janzi gonna have 2 line up here. Really find both. And, well, unfortunate there. 2 fall if you're the side of Verdansk finest. You don't want to let this round slip. Very controlling throughout, but now some progress onto the B objective. A little bit of map control if you are Dorks the Deep, but all the kills going in favor of Verdansk finest. Looks like gonna be a 3-0 in the map and a semblance of life in the series if you are Verdansk finest. Authorized 25-11, just popping off on that P1 objective, keeping the other team off of it, and G2 doesn't even want to try to touch. And more arguments in the game. And so, the trash talk continuing from both teams. I apologize, I was trying to assist and maybe sorting out some disagreements between the teams. But Verdansk finest gonna take the map, protocol control 3-0. And they're talking about hosts and sides. I mean, I don't think the host or the side mattered on that map personally. I'm not taking sides in the argument. However, it was a 3-0 victory, and so maybe if it goes to a round 5, you can argue that the sides made a difference. But I just don't think, in this situation, I just think it's frustrations leading to arguments, but we're all good. Either way, we are getting into the map 4 very quickly. Hardpoint on Hacienda. Some life in the series for Verdansk Finest. They could be the team up 2-1 in the series if it hadn't been for the choke on the map 1. And I'm fairly certain that the teams are still on the same sides. And so, we should be good to start. Yes, sir. Right back into it. And so, after this break-off, we're going to have to see how these teams break off, which team starts off hotter, and then we are going to hop on board to another listen-in with them. And G2 and Fatty starting off with the first kills. 3 dead now for the side of Verdansk Finest. Very quickly in the hardpoint map control to the side of the Dorks of the Deep. And number 3, that's going to be Big Tink. Was going to read that pinch pressure, but then gets distracted, decides not to check it, and that pinch is going to come in. If you are, I think it's Janzi on the pinch, unless the kill feed is lying to me. I don't think it did, though. Janzi with a big pinch, but still doesn't get those spawns for his team. Maybe a little too kill hungry there. Could have elected to, rather than chase those kills, try to hit towards that back spawn and get that back map control for the side of the Verdansk Finest. But it is going to be towards the Dorks of the Deep. They're going to be the ones spawning in this backside. Authorized first up into Fatty's line of sight. Fatty has been a turret with the AR in this tournament. We've seen him time and time again popping off for this Dorks of the Deep team. But what can Han do? Coming through the front side, going to get taken out. And so, going to be a staggered push here if you are the side of Verdansk Finest. Verdansk Finest need to start playing together here in this respawn, in this hardpoint. If they want a chance in this series, they have to extend this to a map 5. So, Han doing a good job of just keeping them at bay with those utilities, and utilities go a long way. People not always the best at using their utilities to their advantage, but Han showing why it's important there, and all the rest of that time gonna go to the side of Verdansk Finest. And as I said in that first hardpoint, and it feels very similar again in this one, Verdansk Finest always seem to be playing on the back foot. And so when on all these hills, you're playing on the back foot, you're breaking in for that final 20. You're keeping the scoreline close, but you never feel comfortable in the game. You never get a semblance of control, and you never figure out how you want to work the map just because you're scrambling to try and make up for the mistakes. And I do think if they just play together and try to rotate early to one of these hills like they have on this P3 with the early setup, then they will be able to try and take control of this game and maybe take control of this series, maybe winning 2 maps straight just like the Dorks of the Deep did to them. Han feeling himself now, getting warmed up in the series. 8 and 6 so far on the map, and Han sliding around, feeling like Scumpy on the map. G2 though is going to be here first on the rotation. 3 players from the side of the Dorks of the Deep going to play a tight setup on this new hill, and will it work out? They do kind of get surrounded and pinched, have to watch at all angles, and they are going to get taken out. A very quick break if you are Verdansk Finest. Very quickly this series has become interesting. I feared after the first 2 maps it could have been a 3-0, but Han and the rest started turning up. I mean, they really just stepped back into this series. That map 3 3-0 victory, despite the ledge problems with the window, despite having an early life deficit in that first round. But these guys in Verdansk Finest, I mean, they really have fought back in this series, showing their resilience. Sharks 6-9 so far on this map, and you expect him to pop off. So with a 30-point lead going into this second set, you expect once Sharks starts to get a rhythm, starts to heat up after the way he's been playing on these last two maps, these guys might run away with this map 4 and have the momentum going into this map 5, maybe leading to a reverse sweep and a bracket reset. And honestly, I would not be mad if that happened. I would really enjoy watching another best of 5. I mean, these teams fought a long time yesterday at the LAN event to get to this final series, and we spent a long time yesterday with all the teams getting through this tournament, and I think we all deserve an interesting 2-set grand finals for everybody to watch at home. Han playing in this backside, trying to play spoiler for this P2 rotation. His team gonna be pushing to the front side. He does let them know that he's here, not ready for the players close to him, and he does get taken out very quickly. Ill-advised shots onto the player on the objective there, and so gonna be a weird push coming out of the side of Verdansk Finest towards this new hill, and now once again playing off the back foot, losing the lead as well here shortly. Verdansk Finest gonna have to find a way to break this hill. This hill, one of the hardest in the game to break if you don't have those back spawns, but I do think pressuring the front is the way to go, and these players maybe playing a little too timid through this backside, looking for too many angles, and if you just play through that front side and get the kills, get those players out of the time, then you're able to just kind of force those players in that backside of the spawn to try to fight up that ramp and back into the hill, and I just think that they were thinking too much about their entry there to be able to get a clean break if you are Verdansk Finest. But Sharks trying to get here early on the new hill. Janzi with the support gets the kill onto Big Tink. Big Tink having about a 1 KD here for the side of the Dorks of the Deep, and you want him to kind of pop off like he did in that map 1 so that they can try to separate themselves here in this map 3. Fatty though, 20-11, playing like a tier 1, and you just want him to keep popping off. Both of these teams fought hard to get here, and now again another very tight hardpoint map, about 138 to 138 on this P3 and counting. Now Verdansk Finest once again taking the lead. And so, what can they do here to try to hold the last 20 seconds and try to rotate towards that new hill? Sharks is going to have the perfect route, the perfect timing. He's right behind G2. If he can get there and get the kill, lets them know he's there. Gets the first onto Fatty, but not ready for the chow from G2. G2 with the 2-piece. Gets the rotation. 10-second deficit for the side of the Dorks, but the Dorks in control of this P5, and G2 gonna try and hit a pinch, but does get taken out, and it's number 6. Not sure who that is. Sharks hitting a pinch through the P2 side, and I'm not sure why he did that. That may have just lost them the rest of the time on this hill, unless they're able to just win the gunfights. He just spawned his team out, and I'm not really sure why, because they had control of the hill. Very weird play from Sharks there. Cost his team maybe a few seconds, and cost his team maybe the lead going into this third rotation. The map isn't over yet though, and so what can Sharks do to try and mitigate the damage from that play? And it seems like nothing. It's 4 dead for the side of Verdansk Finest, and now you gotta think the Dorks of the Deep off the back of that are heating up. They're feeling good about this map. They're feeling good about this grand finals, and it may just be the end of it here. And I did say I was gonna go into a listen-in, and I don't think I did. Let's go ahead and get into a listen-in with the Dorks of the Deep.
Dead! Dead! One bullet wine! One bullet wine!
Almost closed, guys.
Cody dead! Hop that time! Hop that! Hop that!
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Dead!
Let's
Shit
go.
on.
Top waterfall.
Cody dead! I'm rotating. I'm rotating.
Yep.
Heard you.
Go in new time. Go in new time. I'm holding lobby.
I heard you.
Janzy, you going through well.
One top
Is
our
he
side.
you?
He's coming
One
side
going
door,
through
side
well.
door.
One going
He's
well.
lobby.
One going
Well-
well. We spawned out. We spawned out. We spawned out for noon.
Dead!
Let's go. That's three.
Let's go.
I got lobby. I got lobby.
Another one there. Side door. A bullet.
Dead.
Nice. They're all
I got lobby now. One. Hold on. One's left. One's left. I'm playing my life. Don't got lobby.
I got lobby. I
Front,
got lobby. I
front,
got lobby. There's another one there.
Two slid out. Two.
Another one front.
Two front.
Another front.
Yep, 2 more front.
Go help front, Tink. Go help front, Tink.
Another one there front. Split in.
Dead.
Nice. We win here.
Another one.
I'm missing. Kill him.
Dead.
Missling. Come on. We ended here.
Front.
All lobby. All lobby. Lobby. I want the back.
Bullet. Let's
I'm
go.
holding the back,
Go,
I'm holding
another one side door.
Sorry.
We're chilling. Just right
Go
there.
new, go new, go new.
Row. We got close well spawns too.
Done in top new window. Nothing there.
Oh yeah, take it.
Sit on for the bread, hon.
GG.
Sit on for the bread, hon. You ain't coming in second again with me, Grant. Let's go, twin.
Let's go.
Fucking go.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. I'm not going. No.
All right, and we have some hype coming out of the side of the Dorks of the Deep. Fatty getting loud in the lobby. Wow, in the comms, they were getting loud. 250 to 160 is the final score. Fatty, 33 and 14, 30 out of his 33 kills non-traded, and you just cannot have that in a finals if you're Verdansk Finest. Verdansk Finest need to find those trades. They just needed to play together just a little bit more, and they're not able to. And hopefully the side of the Dorks of the Deep will stick around here for an interview shortly. And wow, a 250 to 160 stat line on that Hacienda hardpoint. What a match. Both teams very hard fought that match, very close up until we hopped in to that listen-in on that final map, and I'm pretty sure from then on, I don't think that the Verdansk Finest got into the hill until the very end, right on that last hill when they broke with 3 seconds to spare. Oh, that's Scrape. Oh my gosh, I was calling Scrape Fatty the whole time. I forgot that they were borrowing accounts. I completely forgot, and I should have known that because I was in the call with them earlier, talking to them about it. And much respect to Scrape. I was calling him Fatty the whole time. I was like, dude, Fatty turned into a fryer, to be honest. I thought Fatty just turned up. I really did. I thought Fatty became him, but it was actually Scrape. Scrape's gonna be so mad. Oh man, I feel bad about that. Let's go into the interview. Let's go into the interview. Oh, what a series. Where are they? Oh, here we go. All right, Scrape. I called you Fatty the whole series. Don't worry about it. The tournament victory. I just thought Fatty turned into a fryer, to be honest. But a tournament victory, 3-1 in the series. Very dangerous map 1. And that map 4 pretty close until the end there. Scrape, you were cooking, getting loud in the listen-in. How do you guys feel after the victory? Oh wait, hold on.
This team wouldn't have got where it was without Jake Lane, Novo. We slammed Isaac's team, winner round 1. He had to sadly go on vacation, but G2 stepped in. Pretty much everyone got slammed. We didn't drop down to losers or anything, but GG's to those guys.
All right. Anybody else have any words?
Tink was so fucking hot at Paul's house here. He left the call and went home.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I have to keep my AC on 69.
I got something to say if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
One, I want to shout out the Dorks of the Deep for letting me come in and sub. Shout out Novo. Shout out Paul for running the LAN. I know it didn't go smoothly, but hey, we finished. We got here. Shout out Sketchy for casting almost literally every single part of it. And
Shout out Sketchy for real.
And I want to shout out the Harambe heroes. Gone but never forgotten. I love you guys.
Want to shout out to Tanner, Fatty, Paul, anybody that let the console guys use their PCs today. They really came in clutch to try to keep, like, the whole LAN everyone was on PC, so to try to keep it the way it was. Big shout out to those guys. Really appreciate you, Sketchy. Your day was just as long as ours yesterday, sitting there casting everything like that till fucking 3:30 in the morning. So shout out you, brother.
Yeah, man. Well, it was fun, and the finals was a good series. That was, I mean, even though it was a 3-1, that first map was super close, and that hard point, I mean, until it was about 160 to 1, or like 150 to 150, it was like close as shit, and then you guys just popped off near the end. So
Yeah,
I
fun.
said
got
start
9
punching.
points on the last 3 hills, so.
Yeah, I said start punching him in the mouth, and it was wraps from there. Had to end it on the 10 spree. Chow Han at old with 3 seconds because we needed 3 seconds. GDs.
Well, all right. That's gonna be it for the finals for FT. I hope everybody watching at home had a good time, and we'll catch you guys next time for the Family Ties COD League.